Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ritika, the faculty of CSC department, as an associate professor in Santander Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on the subject e-commerce, which is basically used in two streams in BBA 6M and in BCA 6M. So, today we will cover the topic of EDI, that is electronic data interchange. In BBA 6 SAM it is in unit 1, and in BCA 6 SAM it is in unit 4. So let's start with introduction to EDI. So what is EDI? Now EDI is a new business paradigms. So the components we will cover in this slide is definition, strategic importance, initials, benefits of EDI, technical aspects of EDI, some standardizations, legal aspects of EDI, implementations, and last we will cover a little bit of summary about the EDI. So let's start with definition. What is EC? That is electronic commerce. Electronic commerce is the paperless exchange of business informations using EDI, that is electronic data interchange, electronic mails, electronic bulletin boards, electronic fund transfer, and other similar technologies. So, in EDI, electronic data interchange, it is a major part of electronic commerce, that is EC, is the computer to computer exchange of business data in a standard machine processable format. So, the information is generally patterned after a convenient conventional paper document such as purchase order or invoice. So it is a paperless trading. So in definition, in trading partner, a trading partner is any company, government, department, or commercial or non-commercial entity with whom an organization regularly exchanges documents of formatted data, that is not just letter or a memos. It should be in a particular document formatted data. So trading partner agreements are signed documents between trading partners outlines all the conditions that will allow electronic communications. The agreement states that the parties intend to be legally bound in the same manner as though they were exchanges paper document. So the signature on the agreement serves as a substitution for signatures on paper documents. Now, definitions in the form of mapping. The process of taking data from a company specific format and fitting it into the EDI standards electronic format, which is defined by a particular transaction sets. Now, what are transaction sets? Transaction sets is an EDI standard electronic format for a business document. So, in translation software, what will be the definition related to the EDI is software used to take information from a flat data file and convert it into an EDI standard electronic format. So, in WAN, that is value added network, a third party network performing services beyond the transmissions of data. For example, WAN provides mailbox, data security, and data achieving services. So, many also offers email services also. In WAN interconnections, the connection between two WANs that allows messages from one WAN customer to the communication to the customer on the other. So WAN interconnections means they allow the messages from one WAN customer to communicate with the other WAN customer also. So what are the strategic importance in initials? which are used in ADI. First is time. Through the use of ADI, companies able to improve their response time and decrease their time to market by accelerating the purchase order to invoice to payment process for a week, a day to hour or even a minute also. So not only were they shorter, but they were also more accurate and reliable in the form of service. Another benefit of these changes was the improvement in customer service level. And in marketing, companies could then use these advantages to respond more quickly to new intent in the market. So, in cost benefit, though the use of ETI innovative business programs such as just in time inventory management were possible. So ETI and JIT, that is just in time, allows companies to have more control over their inventory levels and reduce their cost by increasing inventory turns and decreasing safety stocks. So, what are the benefits of EDI? First is transaction speed. Transaction speed has greatly increased with the creations of EDI. So, it is drastically reduced the problem by sending transactions electronically where they can be sent and received almost simultaneously. In direct transmissions, EDI includes the direct transmission of data between organization when. So EDI is not the transmission, you can say facsimile transmissions, you can say fax of information, nor it is and closer to the electronic mails or you can say email. So it is not a fax of information, not an email. Both of these transmission type are in free formats, not in a standard format. So therefore generally it requires a rekeying of data into the receiver's computer system. So cut down the possibility of human errors. Now, EDI would also cut down on the tendency for human errors, which eliminates this possibility because the receiving end is a computer that simply translates the message that has already been keyed into the system. So reduce the risk of lost data. Whether it means the data is physically unable to be located or if only part of the data has been lost through the numerous steps required to conduct business through the use of a paper. So the benefits of EDI includes time saving and associated financial saving occurred, improved accuracy, improved trading partner relationships and client interactions, also improved reconciliations of transactions exchanged. So, what are the technical aspects of EDI? So, first is EDI messages. EDI messages are passed through a WAN, that is value added network. The principle of WAN is an electronic mail station for holding and passing messages. Now, in service for a WAN would include storing and forwarding messages, communication between standard data formats, detecting and correcting errors, message description and inscription, all are the services or you can say services provided by a WAN or you can say these are the technical aspects of our EDI. So now another technical aspects of EDI is EDI hardware. In EDI transaction can be passed from many type of computer, maybe PC, Unix, mainframe, computer related to their different type. The trading partners do not need to use the same type of equipment. So EDI messages are hardware independent due in part to the X112 standard. So the transactions are sent via dedicated link, ISDN or phone lines. Now, in technical aspects of EDI, in EDI software, translation software takes raw data and arrange it into the X12 format or the United Nations EDI FACT standards on the sender's end. In mapping software is used to exchange information between the company's EDI which follows a transaction and its other internal application such as inventory, account receivable and accounting and ordering the services. Now in the form of communication. So communication EDI transactions can be done in several ways. The data can be transmitted and received via a dedicated computer system using asynchronous, bisynchronous, X25, X2400, internet or other telecommunication standards and networks. So it depends on the size of the company and number of trading partners which follow the method that may be occur in combination with one another or by themselves. Now, what are the standardizations? These are the different type of standard. We will learn one by one. The first is ANSI ASC X12 is the standard. So EDI follow the some standards. So let's learn about these standards. Now first is the ANSI ASC X12. So EDI standards in North America is the ANSI ASC X12 standard. Now the X12 committed is charged with developing standards to facilitate electronic interchange relating to order placements and processing. So shipment and receiving information, invoicing, payment and cash application data. Now in next standard EN oblique EDI FACT. The ANSI X12 standard and the European standard known as GTDI, which is Guideline for Trade Data Interchange, which is immediately prior to the formulation of EDI FACT, that is European EDI standard, has undergone a process of reconstruction by the United Nations Economics Commission for Europe, that is UNECE. Now, legal aspects of EDI. First is authenticity. Authenticity means determining the authenticity of information transmitting electronically. You can say genuine, true, real, pure, reliable, trustworthy, having the characters and authorities of an original, competent, credible, and reliable as evidence. Second is a written requirement. A number of laws require that certain legal documents such as contracts, wills, and commercial papers be written on paper and signed. Now, existing law. The existing law is clear that something needs to be done to clarify the law with regarding to EDI at this time and especially in the near or further future use. So in privacy and security issues must be determined at the outset of an EDI relationship, which is preferable in the trade agreements. Now next is the implementation. The next is the implementation. It is a general idea of EDI can and should be implemented into your process, which identify EDI opportunities. Second, cost effectiveness analysis and approval, which includes estimate benefits, estimate investment cost, estimating operating cost, estimate net benefits, net cost, and establishing EDI priorities. So these are the way of implementing EDI in a journal idea. So before going to summary, we will let's revise what we have covered in this EDI slide. Students, remember it is just an introduction part of EDI which is basically used for both branches BCA and BBA. In further upcoming lectures of EDI, we will further read more about the EDIs. So let's take an review what we have covered in this slide. Now first we have covered in this slide is definition of what is electronic commerce, and next we have covered the topic of EDI, that is our topic electronic data interchange, how it depends upon the computer to computer, how it exchange business data in a standard machine usable format. It is also known as paperless trading. How definition in trading partners, definition in trading partners agreements, in mapping, in definition in mapping, definition in transaction sets, definition in translation softwares, how softwares are useful for converting the files in their data into an EDI standard formats. Now next we have learned more about VAN. VAN, that is value added network, which provides various services related to their networking, which is basically useful for securing data, for mail boxes, you can say some email services offered by the VAN, that is value added network. So how WAN interconnected with one customer to another customer via the communication. Then we have covered how strategic important initials. What are the strategies we have followed in EDI is first is the time, services what we have used, some market strategies we will used in EDI, some cost benefits related to their just in time and EDI, where both allows the companies for more control over their inventory level and also reduce the cost of their inventory. So it is one of the cost benefit in the strategic importance initials. And next slide, they shows the benefit of EDI, in which we have covered transaction speeds. So direct transmission, cut down the possibility of human errors, means all work is done by computer, so there is the less chances, or you can say no chances related to any kind of error, that is human error. So tendency to cut down their human errors. So reduce the risk of lost data. So at the end we have covered the topic of benefits of EDI for time saving, improving accuracy, as a trading partner relationship with clients, involve reconcilings of transactions of exchange. We have covered all these things in the benefit of EDI. Next, what will be the technical aspects using EDI messages with the help of WAN, we have covered, which is based on the principle of WAN, and services for a WAN which includes storing, formatting, communication, detecting, correcting, description, encryption, messaging. So all are the service related to their WAN, which is the part of technical aspects of EDI. Some hardware aspects of EDI, some software aspects of EDI we have covered. The way of communication with the help of which EDI transactions should be done, with the help of telecommunication, internet, or following some standards or networks related tasks in the communication EDI transaction we have covered. Some standards like ANSI, ASC, X12 is a standard which we have covered in this slide. Next is a UNEDI FACT is a second standard in which is also known as the guideline of trade data interchange and also under the process of United Nations Economic Commissions for Europe, that is UNECE authorities, high level authorities. What will be the authentications to provide their future transactions for their information transmission electrically, and then return requirement we have covered. What will be the legal requirement for the documentation or verification? What will the law required for it? We have covered in return requirement. In legal, existing law should be there. Then in privacy it should be secure, and then we have at the end we have covered the implementation related to their EDI opportunities and their cost effective analysis and improvement, which further classified into five parts that we have covered. What will the benefits of it? Effectiveness, cost estimation, what will be the estimate investment cost, operating cost, net benefits, what will be the net cost, and EDI priorities. So we have just in this slide we have just covered about the basic information related to our EDI. Now in next upcoming slides we will learn more about the EDI. So come to the next slide, that is summary. So eventually more and more business transactions will migrate to the World Wide Web due to the ease of access to the medium. So it decide which transaction are best suited for EDI over the internet will be a function of accessibility, data security, privacy, and the means of communication also. So these three areas should be studied carefully when proceeding with large scale EDI or e-commerce initiatives. So students, in this slide we have covered just an introduction part of our EDI. So follow up the next lecture in which we will learn more about the EDI. So students, thank you very much for your kind attention. Have a nice day. Thank you.